Are you ready for a PMacMovies haul video? Oh, you better be ready, because I'm making one right now, and you must be watching it. PMacMovies back. We got some organic lemonade here. I got it in this Contigo mug so that it doesn't spill all over my movies that I have scattered on the table. Lemony. I do want to say at the beginning, though, I am planning on doing a live video tonight because Charmy is out with some friends, so I'll be home alone. And I'm thinking probably, I'm thinking around like 8 o'clock, but I can't guarantee anything. Maybe it'll be sometime tonight. 7:30, 8, 8:39. It'll be somewhere around there, so keep an eye out. Just depends what else I'm doing around the house and things like that, so we'll see. But PMacMovies live stream tonight. If I have enough people jumping in, maybe I'll go a while. Sometimes you get good turnout, sometimes not so good. It is what it is. But I will come and talk about some stuff. Maybe we'll talk about some movies. Maybe we'll talk about some social issues, some shit going on in the world. We'll see what happens. I ain't gonna be drinking lemonade tonight, baby. Something stronger than that. So, Criterion. As we get into the haul video, actually, too, I want to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to be going more towards, I'm looking to downsize the collection. I'm looking to sell off some stuff, not buy as much. And I've already started not buying as much. And as far as the selling, I had an idea of what I wanted to do with the movie room. Have somebody help me out with that, but that's still a little ways off, I think. So I'm trying to get things figured out with that. But then once everything's organized, it'll be a lot easier to sell stuff. But I am going to work on, selling a lot of stuff, including not just junk either. It's going to be Criterions, Kinos, Arrow videos, Twilight Times. You will have some more, the more mainstream titles too, but any boutiques I don't care to keep in my collection, I will be getting rid of. Probably some TV seasons too. I have a lot of TV shows where it's I don't necessarily need to own these. So it's gonna be a lot of stuff once I get there. But so this haul, other than the huge Disney Movie Club video that I did, this stuff has been from the last few weeks. I don't know if it's been 2-3 weeks. It's been several weeks. But I did talk about some Criterion stuff there a while back. A couple box sets I got. I got the Fellini box set, and I got let's see, that I forget the director's name here. The Wong Kar-wai, I believe is his name, Wong Kar-wai. So I went back and forth with Criterion quite a bit about the Fellini set. I think I had several discs. We'll take a look at here, but I had several discs that were just beat to shit from the Fellini set because they popped out and they were jumping around like hockey pucks in there. And I got a really great price on it, so I didn't want to return it. But I'm using sunlight here and it's kind of going in and out, so the lighting might look a little bit weird. But and then the Wong Kar-wai, or whatever his name is, set. It's just the packaging's terrible. It damages the discs. Plus, they said even beside, I talked to Criterion through email, and they said it's actually an issue with the discs where they skip. And she said it wasn't because of the packaging, it wasn't because of damage to the discs. I also got Memories of Murder Criterion, and the disc had a nice size, a nice long scratch on it. And then I had another issue from years ago. I bought Walkabout, and Criterion actually knows about this issue at one of the factories. Like the discs weren't made properly or whatever, and they'll bronze. So my copy of Walkabout was like bronzing. Like you can see, it's like almost like it kind of looks like bronze on the bottom of it, thus bronzing. So I talked to them about the Fellini and the Wong Kar-wai set, and she's like, we don't normally replace discs unless they don't work, unless you're having an issue with playback. And I kindly and calmly explained to her through the email. I wasn't mean about it. You know, I collect movies. If I eventually wanted to, first of all, I'd like my discs to be mint, and if I do eventually sell them, like other collectors aren't going to want these if they're not in good shape. And I just explained it to her, and that I appreciate your help and all this stuff. I was really nice about it, and I said, if you can't help me, I understand, but I will have to return the items to Target to get my money back, because I can't really justify spending, $100, over $100 on these sets when the discs are not in very good shape. And I said, I hope you understand. And she came back, I do understand, with an exclamation mark, and she was willing to do whatever I wanted, basically, at that. I think it was just because I was nice to her. I wasn't nasty about it. I was simply stating, I wasn't like, I'm gonna return these, biatch. I was like, my options are to get help from you, keep these or return these. I'm not gonna, if I don't get help from you, I'm not gonna keep them because they're not in good condition. So I'm just gonna return them and get my money back, even though I don't want to do that. But she was very helpful. She just needed like some pictures and stuff like that. So I requested every disc from the Wong Kar-wai set. Every disc. I requested maybe 6 discs from the Fellini set. So here's what I got. I got that one. I got 8.5, which I do have the single Blu-ray of that too, so I'll sell that. I got Intervista, and the discs in the Fellini set might all play, but some of them are banged up pretty good. Emelcord, which I do have the other one of that too, so that's 4. And then they sent me another copy of La Strada, and these were all, and I checked all the discs there, and they look to be mint condition. And then La Dolce Vita. So that's 6 discs. They sent me absolutely every one I asked for, really without issue. The Walkabout was actually a throw-in thing when they had already kind of agreed to do the other ones. And I'm like, oh, by the way, my Walkabout disc is bronzing. And they sent me a new Walkabout disc. They sent me a new Memories of Murder disc. No issue. And then every disc from the Wong Kar-wai set, I now, unless there's a bonus features disc, I can't remember if there is or not, but every movie disc from the Wong Kar-wai set, I got a new copy. And I believe these are actually, they have a replacement program for the Wong Kar-wai set. They have a replacement program because of the freezing and stuff on the discs. So everybody should be able to get on that pretty easily, the replacement program. So I got Fallen Angels, Happy Together. I didn't have to send any of my discs in, so I got 2 copies of all these discs. Chungking Express, In the Mood for Love. Chungking Express and In the Mood for Love are great movies. Apparently they did something with the color of them here, so I don't know how much that affects it. But they are great movies. I do have them both individually. Days of Being Wild here. 2046. As Tears Go By. So I believe that's... Let's see here. Happy Together and Fallen Angels had a Kino releases. I believe it's Kino, which I do own those also. But I heard that the Kino releases might actually be better than the Criterion because they changed the color. Lemony. Organic lemon. Memories of Murder, so I already got the fixed disc in here. The one that I showed you was actually the scratch disc there. So that was cool for, you know, Criterion. As long as you're nice to these companies, you may, you know, I feel like that customer service lady was really, really nice about everything. You know, most of these companies I feel like you get pretty good customer service. And if you do get frustrated, it's like, you know, just kind of try to communicate with the person. Like, try to communicate at a person-to-person level. Don't just get pissed and be like, F you, mofo. Explain yourself, why you want what you want, you know, what the issue is, why you want what you want, and it'll work out, maybe. And if it doesn't, who gives a shit? It's just a freaking movie disc. Alright, so let's move on, because that took a little while. So we got Big Lots, we got some things you may be able to find at Big Lots. And I think I've heard on the Blu-ray.com message board that there might be like a percentage off Blu-rays right now. So I might have to, Blu-rays and DVDs, so I might have to go to a Big Lots and see what's up with that. Dollar Tree, from the last Dollar Tree thing, I didn't find a whole lot. And then some other stuff. We got a new release here, The Wraith. I did show this in a reviews video recently. You can get this from Walmart for like 13 bucks. It is a really fun movie. I do recommend getting it. I do think eventually it'll be like $7.50, like the Shivers and Little Monsters. I think at least one of them went down to $7.50, maybe both. But, you know, they're doing more kind of mainstream releases with these ones. So it will go below the 13, but it is a good movie too if you want to, you know, snag it and see it now. Best Buy, we were out in the Rochester area, and I saw Best Buy just like an hour before they had dropped, like that night, and I don't even know how long the prices were good for, but they had dropped a few Lionsgate movies to like $7.99, and I was near a Best Buy, so I'm like, there's a couple, you know, I kind of want. We'll go there if they have them. I'll snag them up. I had a $50 gift card that I had since last year, you know, my birthday, so I hadn't spent a penny at Best Buy so far this year. And I got a couple for $7.99. They did ring up in store $15.99, but you know, I showed them Blu-ray.com $7.99. They gave them to me. So first, I tend to like these Amelia Clarke movies. I would not recommend this one, though. It is above suspicion, and it's not really what I thought it was. This is like set in the South or something, like Kentucky, and she's in this kind of, she's involved with these guys that are, I don't know if they're selling drugs and stuff like that. It's not, when you think of Amelia Clarke, you know, I like some of the like romantic comedies with a twist type of thing that she's in. Obviously Game of Thrones. I didn't watch all of this. Probably only maybe the first half hour because I fell asleep. It was really late when we started it. I didn't really care for what I saw though. So I wouldn't really recommend this one. Does it still have the code in it? Yes, it does. We gotta get that out. Let's give it to the PMac fans. No, I gotta recoup some money, baby. $8? No way I'm paying $8 for this shit. I'm getting some money back. And then I got a movie that sounded pretty decent. They had one copy of this Minari here. Slippy! Slippy! Slippy-tastic PMac. I haven't even opened this one. So this is a A24 one actually, which A24 movies seem to not go down in price very, very quickly or often. So I snagged that. I'm really thirsty for some reason. I think it's because that soup had like too much salt in it. Maybe not, I don't know. Grove is having some good deals, which actually after this I have to go buy a couple more because you can get these $3 off coupons through Universal Rewards for Grove. And so I ran out of points to get the $3 coupons, and then I found a few and redeemed. So I was able to get some more points so I can get a couple more movies that I was I was looking at that just went on sale today. But if you go to Grub.com, I think in the top, towards the top right, there's like a special offers thing or something like that. Click on that, and you'll be able to see all the sales that they have, which usually starting Friday until over the weekend, they have some interesting sales. So I already have my collection's already very big. So a lot of the stuff I already had. But I did find some. These two were 2 for $8. And then I did the $3 coupon. So I got both of these for $5, baby. Really good movie, Amelia Clarke, Last Christmas. Highly recommend this, baby. My copy in the case was like smashed in right there. And you can see the artwork is all like smashed in right there. Pretty bad. I replaced the case with a different case, so it looks a little bit better, but unfortunately it is kind of a beat up copy. But this is a great movie, and it's a great movie with a twist and whatnot. A new rom-com classic, Amelia Clarke and Henry Golding. Really, really fun one. Really enjoyed it. Emma Thompson's also in this. And it's sold out now, so you're screwed if you want it 2 for $8 or 2 for $5 like I did. There wasn't really much else. There was some other good stuff. I just already had it all. So I went ahead and grabbed A Haunted House 2. I do already have the first one. Do I really need these movies? Probably not, but it comes with the digital code too. And this is actually called an expired code sale, but I think the code for this will still work for iTunes. And the Last Christmas code worked fine for movies anywhere, so they're like expired on the sheet, but not really expired. And actually, their packing's not very good. This one, you can see, got dented up on the side there too, right through there. It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty bad. I guess I don't care as much about this movie as Last Christmas. I really like Last Christmas, so I'd like to have, a nice set, but we do the best we can. You never know, maybe I'll find a better copy in the future or something like that. But this is a movie I have never owned. I read it's pretty good. It is Elizabeth. Is this like supposed to be based on a true story? A bunch of nonsense, but it's got Cate Blanchett, Jeffrey Rush, Christopher Eccleston, Joseph Fiennes, Richard Attenborough, whoever the heck John Gielgud is. 2 hours and 4 minutes. The critically acclaimed epic of the Queen's turbulent and treacherous rise to power. Bunch of, it's not, this stuff didn't actually happen, but it could be entertaining. And then this is a fairly new movie that Well Go put out. I'm not sure what the connection is with Well Go and Universal. These companies are all the freaking same anyway. I didn't even open this yet. Deliver Us from Evil here. This was like 7 something? Or 8 something, and then $3 off. So it was like pretty affordable. It was only like $5. So I went ahead and snagged. It does have the Slippy, but again, their packing, the way that they pack is not very good. It's all like wrinkly dinkly over there. Shrinky dinky. Shrinky dinky, as some people on Instagram would say. Alright. What else we got here? We got some Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree brings all the collectors to the yard, baby. We got Rampage, Capital Punishment. I did have this on DVD, but grabbed the blue. We got Clean Skin and the Sweeney. I did not have the Sweeney. I do have the single disc of Clean Skin. This is 2-on-1 disc, but I got that for the Sweeney. And then Citadel, which I think is supposed to actually be kind of a decent movie, surprisingly. Citadel. Another one I do have, I got that cheap on DVD. And then we got a Momentum movie from the director of Saw 2, 3, and 4, Abattoir. 98 minutes. I have no idea. I passed on most of their cheap-looking horror movies, but I grabbed that one. And I grabbed an English Haunting here from High Octane. Looks somewhat decent. Now, I got this kind of thriller, Australian-looking thriller, Goldstone, but as I was going through my DVDs upstairs, I found that I already had Goldstone. Newman! And then I got a movie called White God with a bunch of poochies. I read the back of this because I read it and it sounded interesting. Got good reviews. When young Lily is forced to give up her beloved dog Hagen because its mixed breed heritage is deemed unfit by the state, she and the dog begin a dangerous journey back towards each other. At the same time, all the unwanted, unloved, and so-called unfit dogs rise up under a new leader, Hagen, the one-time house pet who has learned all too well from his masters in his journey through the streets and animal control centers that man is not always dog's best friend. Sounds like we got some parallels to human society through the doggies, through the poochies. That is everything from Dollar Tree. Let's move on to some Big Lots ones. I had a 20% off coupon. They gave me a... Oh, I forgot about that. They gave me a $10 off 40. I wonder if that's still good or that's expired. I'm going to have to look. Because if they do have that deal on... they have like a... I don't know. It looked like maybe people were getting like 25, maybe more than... Maybe like 30-something% off movies or something. I don't know. But if you combine that with $10 off 40... You might have some beer me's, baby. But I got for $5 Warriors of the Nation here, a well-go movie. So got 20% off that. I did already have this, but I wasn't sure if I had the slipcover. And it is a very nice slipcover. That's a very nice slipcover. Oh, yeah, that's hot. It is Jarhead 2 here. This was only $3. I think I paid more for my non-slippy copy. But now I had to have a slippy copy and I'll sell the other thing. I got Season 1 of Fortitude from Mr. Joe Masiello. And I got Fortitude Season 2 from Big Lots, $8 minus 20%. A little bit better of a deal, a little bit over $6 or whatever. For Fortitude, the complete second season. And then it'll show up at Dollar Tree with Slippy. And then I got Under the Dome, Season 3 for $8, 20% off. There was only one copy of it. I think there was only one copy of both of these. But for Under the Dome, Season 3, I actually have the DVD of this, but I have the Blu-ray for the first two seasons. So I went ahead and re-snagged first time I snagged it on Blu-ray for Season 3. Up next! What's wrong with you, PMac? Don't judge me. You can sometimes get some good deals on deep discount, especially with the 15% off code. I'm about to show you some good deals that I got. A deep discount with the 15% off code. So, they had one like clearance item that I wanted to snag up. It was only like $4 something, and then also the 15% off. It is a movie called In a Better World, and I tend to want to get these Sony Pictures Classics movies, as I've talked about before. And when I looked into the movie, it sounded pretty good. It is a Danish movie, and I believe I've liked some Danish movies in the past, so I was definitely interested in getting it, especially at that price. Like, even after tax, it was only like $4 with the 15%, maybe not even $4. So, went ahead and snagged that. I had never heard of it, but got good reviews and everything. That one is a Amazon, so let's put that aside. And then I got a bunch of Mondo Macabre. Now, Mondo Macabre releases movies similar to like things like Arrow would release, something like that, like some giallo, some European horror. And they actually tend to get decent reviews and stuff like that. They're actually pretty good. I gotta finish this one. So we got Blood Ceremony. Now these all... What was the price of these? Like 14 something, 15. So they ended up being about 13 bucks each, which for Mondo Macabre, you may be able to get that during a sale on these websites. You know, Hamilton Book had some before. But even during Mondo Macabre's Black Friday sale, I don't even know if they were that cheap. If they were, it was about that cheap, and then you might have to pay shipping. So this was a really good deal, in my opinion. Blood Ceremony, which I actually have watched part. I don't think I finished this. I think I got sidetracked. So I'll have to put this aside, and I think I need to watch like maybe the final half hour or something. I can't remember how far I got, and I'm going to have to double check on that. Then we got the Beast and the Magic Sword here. Is that appropriate? She's covering herself, I think. This is a Paul Naschy movie. He didn't direct it, but he is in it. So, that one sounded pretty interesting. And then this one sounded pretty good. I don't know if we'll just cover up the middle of this. It's Queens of Evil here. Again, this is sounded pretty decent. I tend to like these European kind of horror, kind of creepy crap. Another Paul Naschy. This one he did direct. It's Panic Beats. I thought a film by Paul Naschy. Did he direct it or not? It says Paul Naschy, directed by Jacinto Molina. It says Spanish horror legend Paul Naschy wrote, directed, and stars in this dark tale of lust, betrayal, and ghostly vengeance. I don't know. I'm confused. Who directed it? Let's look at this other thing. Jacinto Molina. I don't know. And then we got a movie called Hunting Ground, which I looked into and I thought sounded good enough to snag, so I snagged it. Spanish from 1983. It's interesting. The clouds keep covering up the sun. It's back and forth. And then we got a movie from Shinya Tsukamoto called Gemini here. Which, this one was actually on my radar. I was looking to get this one. There's also an Arrow, not Arrow, but one of their, like, sister companies or whatever it is. One of their offshoot labels put out this movie. But, of course, I'd rather snag up the Mondo Macabre version of it. It probably was around the same price. But I'd rather go with the Mondo one. I think I have pretty much all the Mondos that I want. Give or take a few. I have a decent collection of them. So that's pretty cool. I did get one from Amazon. I don't know that I showed this. This was one of their buy two get ones from way back in the day. And the one copy that I got was damaged, so I put in for another one. It is Cat People. And I think with the buy two get one, this might have ended up being less than $10. Like, I didn't really want it that bad, but I'm like, Scream Factory Collector's Edition, the movie sounds pretty good. I'll do $9 or whatever I paid for, like $9 for this one. It does have Klaus Kinski in it, and Nastasia Kinski, or no, not Klaus Kinski. Nastasia Kinski and Malcolm McDowell is the dude in this. It looks pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but it's from 1982, 118 minutes. Now this one I think had some issues too, but I put it in this other case and it looks pretty good in this other case. So I'm just gonna keep that one and send the other stuff back. I did get some stuff from Goodwill this week too. Nothing super exciting. I'm trying to, cut down a little bit and not buy everything. But I did get this Les Miserables because it's got a nice slipcover, which I think I might have already gotten a slipcover copy of this. It's a really, really nice. It's got a real nice feel to it. And it's still sealed. So for $3 with the Slippy and the code, I snagged that. So I'll probably be able to sell like a complete copy with slipcover and everything. I do have a used copy of this also, but I went ahead and got, I think my other one's kind of beat up. So I went ahead and got Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. 129 minutes from 2011, starring Tom Hanks, Sandra Bullock, Viola Davis, Jeffrey Wright, Max von Sydow, John Goodman. Still sealed. So I will keep this copy and then sell my used copy. I got a few other. Some of these are from like last week. I got Scenes from a Mall for $3. This is like a Mill Creek one with Woody Allen. Don't know much about that movie. I didn't have Trolls. I went ahead and picked up Trolls 4K. The digital code in this was redeemed, so that didn't work, unfortunately. But it does have the 4K disc, which I gotta wipe it off, but I think it's man, that might not rub out. Maybe, I don't know. It's either mint or close to it. And then the Blu-ray has got crap all over it, but again, it might wipe off. But this is a movie that it hasn't gotten like super cheap, Trolls. I wasn't like super excited to get it or anything, but for the 4K for $2.99, I was thinking probably the code was gonna work, but it didn't. But $3 for the 4K is still good. And then another movie that had eluded me called True Story. The code for this one did work. So I got this for $2.99, starring Jonah Hill, James Franco. Glad to get this one for cheap. Felicity Jones also in that one. And then I've gotten some DVDs over the past couple weeks. I got the complete Season 1, 4-disc set of Lark, Rise to Candleford. It looked like this, I believe, had 4 seasons. So I went ahead and snagged up Season 1 for $2. I got Greedy here with Michael J. Fox. I always like to get these Michael J. Fox movies. Anamorphic widescreen from 1994. An hour and 53 minutes. We also got Phil Hartman's in this. Very nice, along with Kirk Douglas. So this one looked pretty good. I think the disc was pretty good on this one. It's got a little spot that's a little bit iffy. I think might rub, it'll just rub off. It looks pretty good overall. I don't really see this movie. I'd never heard of it or anything. And I do like Michael J. Fox quite a bit. I got this 4-pack for $2.99. It has Cross My Heart, Fierce Creatures, Opportunity Knocks, and Splitting Heirs. These are all in anamorphic widescreen. I believe it's probably going to be a 2-disc set with 2 movies on each. I think that's how Universal does these. So I got that one. I believe I do have Infernal Affairs, the first movie. And now I have Infernal Affairs 2. I have the first one on Blu-ray. I don't know that the second one got a US Blu-ray, so I went ahead and grabbed this one for $2 on DVD. 2 more. This one I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to get it, but I snagged it because, well, I'll tell you, it's Agatha Raisin Series 1. Series 1 was $2.99. It is 462 minutes on 3 discs. Did this one have the scratch disc? I can't remember. I think the discs on this one were good. Yeah. One of these discs on one of these sets is really... These all look fine. And then Season 2 here is also 3 discs, but only 287 minutes. And I believe disc 2 of this one is in rough shape. It has a lot of like light scratches on it, so I feel like maybe if I rub it off it'll be fine, but it actually is scratched up all over with just light scratches. You never know though. I mean, I've put in some DVDs that just were scratched to shit and it played fine, you know, something from the library or whatever. But it is weird you take a look at both of these, and every other disc in these two sets was totally fine, and then that one has scratched all the shit. But I did get it because it was only $1.99, and I got the first season, so what are you gonna do? I gotta get it. I didn't have to get it, but I snagged it. I think the disc will probably play still fine, because it wasn't like they had any scratches like digging into it. But so that is it. I hope you guys will join me on the live stream tonight. If we do talk about certain social issues, I do have to use like code words and things like that, because we're free. We're so free in this country. We're so free. Freedom of speech and all that nonsense. Oh, but if you're saying something they don't want you to say. Fact check. We got to check that. We got to check that, because we control what is true and what isn't. Let me know what you thought about the snags here today. You know, it's important that you guys leave feedback. There's only really a few people that do. I do appreciate you guys putting a little, you know, whatever you can put in as far as effort, liking the video, leaving feedback, and I will see you guys tonight, hopefully. Well, you guys will see me, and I'll respond to whatever you say on the live stream. We'll see you then on PMacMovies.